out just to see if you're interested in selling. I have, in the letter, it's very personable. I have buyers who are really interested in your home. These are not investors, nothing wrong with investors, but these are people who are going to love this home and raise their children in it. So, I mean, that's an approach too, because, they might be ready to sell.
Oh, absolutely. And there's no doubt that marketing right now is more necessary than ever.
Yeah.
What other kind of marketing things are you getting involved in right now?
Real estate?
Yes.
Just you've got to stay connected. You've got to know what's out there. You've really got to pick up the phone and talk to people.
And how about you, Kim, from a marketing perspective?
Same thing. I mean, stay connected with what's trending, what's out there, networking, and just putting yourself out there. First impression in my business is everything. So every time I go somewhere, I'm potentially meeting a new client. I'm potentially meeting you, my new client, or you, my new client. So that's how I market. I market by first impressions. I market by always being myself. I market by staying connected, knowing what's trending, what's not, knowing how to grasp the attention of clients that could possibly be. And just, like I said, combining my expertise with another event planner, and just trying to make it work. So
that's all fantastic. And from my perspective, best money you could ever spend on marketing is probably your BNI membership, right? Most people don't look at it as marketing, but that's exactly what it is.
That's your marketing team.
Yeah.
It is. That's
You've got 35 people who are your marketing team.
65 years, so yes.
And then I also want to close it up, I want to let everybody know how they can reach you. So if somebody's in the market right now, maybe they're looking at these prices that are going up and up and up, and they're like, you know what, this might be a great time for me to sell my home. And I need a realtor. I don't have a great realtor that right now has their pulse on the market and what's been going on. How would they go about reaching you?
The best way is to call me, and I will answer my phone.
Okay, so what's the number?
832-768-8575.
Okay. Remember, that number for Jennifer Johnson from Douglas Elliman Real Estate. How about you, Kim?
Same way. Give me a call, 832-868-0666, and we will be answering as Lux House Designs, which is our new name that we're going to be going under. Or you can look me up on my social media. Facebook, it's at Party House Designs, or Instagram at Lux House Designs, or our website. So
okay,
perfect.
Well, fantastic. I appreciate both of you for being here and taking the time to meet with me.
Absolutely.
I hope it's been a great experience.
Are we
for
done
you both.
already?
We're pretty much done
man.
already. We will be back, however, with another two guests that are going to be on for the next two segments. So stick with us, and we'll be right back.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
Having a smart and healthier lifestyle is now possible. Hi, this is Eddie Meinhardt with Incredi-Home Solutions. We are proud distributors of Royal Prestige, the most advanced cookware in the market. Designed with the highest quality standards, Royal Prestige is the only in the market incorporating surgical-grade stainless steel, getting the most nutrients out of your food while helping you cook healthier. They look beautiful in your kitchen, and they are built to last for a lifetime, featuring an amazing 15-year warranty and complimentary yearly service at no cost for our customers. We at Incredi-Home have over 15 years of experience providing smart home and healthy living solutions, with a strong commitment to personalized service and great customer satisfaction, offering customized solutions and financing plans to each client. Allow us to help you improve your lifestyle with our smart and healthy living products. Call us today for an in-home demonstration or visit our showroom in Katy for an extraordinary experience. Incredi-Home Solutions, making your life easier, your home smarter, and your loved ones healthier.
I'm here to take you to a new frontier, the final frontier. In fact, you and I are going where no one has gone before. I'm Glenn Henderson, entrepreneur, success coach, and musician, and I want to personally invite you to take this journey with me in the pages of my best-selling new book, All I Need to Know About Success I Learned from Star Trek. We'll travel aboard the USS Enterprise along with Captain James T. Kirk, Spock, and the finest crew in Starfleet. And we'll learn together about success principles like how to work with a team and accomplish your goals, when to fight for what you believe and when not to, and what your business really is, no matter what you do for a living. Beam aboard with me. My mission is your success. And I'll see you on the bridge. Live long and prosper.
Having a spotless house is critical for your quality of living. Hi, this is Kevin Thury with WashPros.us. At WashPros, we are locally owned and operated, servicing Central Houston, Austin, and Dallas. We are fully insured. We offer annual, semi-annual, and quarterly cleanings. We recognize that needs change and Mother Nature keeps us on our toes. Just know we are happy to help. We use eco-friendly products and a purified water cleaning system for a spotless shine. We service HOAs, the property managers, investment firms, and you, the homeowner. If you're putting your house on the market or have an annual maintenance cleaning schedule, or you're interested in holiday lighting, we are your one-stop shop for all of your exterior cleaning and holiday lighting needs. Call me today for your free on-site quote and let WashPros.us be your clean escape.
All right, welcome back. Here we are again, coming to you live once more. We just did a refill here of our guests. So now I have the pleasure of introducing you to two new people, also BNI members, of course. We have with us here Judith Young from her company College Excellence, and also we have Matt Shows from the Growth Coach of Fort Bent.
And please call me Judy.
Yeah, BNI Hall of Fame, right?
That's right.
And BNI Katie.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's start talking a little bit about, let's start with BNI. So I opened the segment talking about VCP, about how it's not an equation, how it's actually a process.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me about your history, your experience in BNI? How long have you been BNI members? Okay. And how you view that continuum in VCP process, and where do you guys think you're at right now in that process? We'll start with you, Judy.
Great question. So I've been in BNI for a little over a year. My situation's different in that I do college admissions, so my chair is a little unusual. I don't have...
And you don't see that in every BNI chapter.
Correct.
Yeah, which is a huge advantage.
Which is awesome. So I network as much as I can and visit other chapters. So in terms of VCP, it varies because I'm not just doing it within my chapter. I mean, I would say within my chapter, you know, I would definitely say I'm at credibility and profitability with a number of people, but then there are tons of people I'm meeting outside, even internationally, that we're just getting to know each other. So it's been a great process for me. I've been excited.
Good. That's great to hear. And how about you, Matt?
So I've been in BNI coming on 2 full years, so not very long. You know, the thing I like most about BNI is it's ran like a good business, and that's what's made it most consistent, I think, of all the networking that there is out there, the business networking in the nation, worldwide, whatever. As far as PCP, participation and being able to really relate to others, earn their trust, that's pretty new for me because I just moved to a chapter 2 months ago, not even.
Well, but
it's
you
a
know
transfer.
what? That's actually one of the great things about BNI, in my opinion. So you were living in Austin. We were just talking about that. You moved from Austin down to Houston. So this is the new city for you. You're probably you know trying to gain your bearings on what Houston's all about, and I'm sure you probably don't have a huge network of people that you already know here, right? So in a way, BNI is sort of like a perfect little fit to where you can immediately start to meet people and people start to get to know you and what you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So has the fact that you transferred over from one BNI chapter to another, has that been an easier transition for you versus, having to start a business here without really having that kind of a network?
Oh yeah, so I started my business 3 years ago, and I didn't know what it meant, even as a business coach, to run your own business. This is my first time. So there's plenty of new business owner footfalls that I tripped right into like everyone else starting out. And one of those is figuring out how to build a network of people that I trust. And BNI, I think, has provided the strongest framework to be able to make that successful, because they take a lot of the legwork out of it for you, give you a good framework, and force the commitment and the consistency. It's a good part of it. You want a little bit of hand-holding.
Yeah. That's what those regulations are all about. We're there. There's a reason why you have to be in these meetings every week. There's a reason why we measure how many referrals people pass, how much closed business the chapter generates, how many one-to-ones you do. Because the reality is, in order to make this work, in order to make this engine actually move us all forward and all of our business forward, you have to put in a minimum of effort. There has to be a commitment on behalf of the members in order to make this happen. It doesn't happen by itself.
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm glad that I was familiar with BNI coming to the city and making the transfer, like you said, because I was welcomed with open arms. One thing that was an awesome experience. I know how BNI works and how to really make those connections efficiently, pretty quickly. BNI is about long-term relationships, but if you know why we're here to get to know each other, trust each other, and learn how to do business together.
Right.
You can talk through that pretty quickly. And BNI does a great job of educating the new people that come into the fold to how that works, how you can best utilize it, how you can learn to talk to the people that matter most for your business and get traction pretty quick.
That's fantastic, and I appreciate that. That's an interesting perspective. On the other side, you're also pretty unique, Judy. You mentioned it, right? You have a chair that's not present in most chapters, which allows you something that I'm very envious of, jealous of. I wish I could go to other chapters and meet, but the fact of the matter is my position is ubiquitous, right? There is an insurance agent in every single chapter in BNI, so it's just not something that works for my industry.
Right.
But in your case, hey, I'm assuming that you walk in and they're all very interested to hear what you do and how how they can refer you business, because it's such a unique, it's not a unique thing, but in BNI it is.
Correct.
It's not present everywhere. So how do you get the most advantage out of that?
Yeah, so I visit, I'm in the process of trying to visit every chapter in Houston.
That's
And
52, I believe.
I'm well
now.
on my way. Don't
Yeah,
doubt
how many
it.
we got?
That's
How many are we up to
impressive.
right now?
How many weeks we've had in the year?
Are we halfway there or past halfway?
Not past halfway yet, but every week I'm meeting 30, and in the case of Katie, maybe 50 new people, which is
I haven't
awesome.
seen you in my chapter yet.
I am working my way there.
All right.
I will let you know as soon as I'm doing that. I'm working from the early mornings on up. But in any case, so I'm doing that. I'm also part of an international group, so I also visit chapters in different countries, which is fun
Okay.
and interesting.
So you speak multiple languages?
I can listen in multiple languages. The BNI format is the same. Well, many of them are English speaking, but that's fun. You meet some interesting people
Yeah.
from around the world.
And that's because, of course, I assume there's, a large percentage of college students are international, right?
Absolutely. There are people all over the world who are trying to come to U.S. colleges
And the
or
fact
come here
is,
for their MBA.
they probably need your help more than even the
They
people
do.
that live here.
It is much more complicated if you're
Right.
coming from, it's much more of a black box, I should say, if you're coming from another country, definitely. But I also do the speed networking
On Tuesdays.
which is
Sure.
fantastic and a great way to meet people. So
How many did they have this last week on Tuesday? How many people were
you know
on
what,
there, you think?
I can only go I'm up there now. I can only go every other Tuesday, so I can't tell you who came this Tuesday. But
Okay.
they're up to like 50, 60. It's
50, 60 people, right?
something
And
like
it's like,
that,
what,
which
an
is
hour? Is
awesome.
it an hour
Yep,
blocked
exactly.
off time? Yeah.
And so you get to meet 7 people individually, which is
Right.
great use of time.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 people in 1 hour. That's fantastic. So I have. So we'll talk a little bit more about your business specifically too. So I have a special interest. I have I have a son. I have kids. One of them actually just graduated from middle school.
Oh, wow.
And he's going into high school.
Where's he going to high school?
He got accepted into DeBakey High School.
Nice, very good.
Which was.
You will not see him for 4 years.
Yeah, I understand that it's
Daylight
very,
will become very exciting to him.
Yeah,
Wow,
we're very
daylight.
proud of him. I
Yes.
understand that it's.
Yes, I've worked with
understand
quite
that
a
it's
few kids from
very
there.
highly demanding academic program.
I would
which
say
we
so.
were a little bit wary of, to be honest with you. But when
But
he
the kids
expressed,
do great coming out of there. Yeah,
and he
I've worked
expressed
with
his
other
interest
kids.
in being there. We're not pushing him there. He wanted to go.
That's
He wanted to have that
fantastic.
experience. So we'll see how it goes the first year, and
However
if
I can help you.
he's able to sort of sink or swim, right?
Yeah.
From what I understand, that's sort of the way it is at that school. You're either able to keep up with it or you're not. But that being said,
Yeah.
so when does somebody need to start thinking about their college preparation?
Yeah, so, great question. So, to be honest, high school is a great time. You are right there, right? I mean, I actually will start with kids in 7th grade for this
Okay.
reason. At 7th grade, you're choosing the classes that will set you on a trajectory through high school, right? So the reality is most kids will come to me sophomore, junior year, but if you come a little earlier, you have more opportunities to change trajectory. Sophomore, junior year, you're working with whatever you have at that point.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So it might be a little bit late at that
I
point
don't
to
want
be
to
able
call
to.
it late. It's more like,
You're limited in opportunities.
you can go do the process. You probably don't have as much time to develop your student profile if there's any work you need to do there. That's how I would say it.
Now, I, of course, have never been through this process other than as a student myself. But I understand that things are very, very different than they used to
Yes.
be when I went to college, which was, back in the
And
Stone
was
Age.
that- well, I'm pre-Stone Age, so there
Yeah,
you go.
so, for example, I
Did you go in the
understand that now
US?
volunteering, I did volunteering, things that they do outside of school. It's not just all about academics and the SAT score. There's a lot more factors that are taken into account nowadays. I assume that that's something that you help.
Well, you answered your own question, right? So that's the whole issue, is that if they come early, we develop a plan for helping them develop those pieces beyond just the academics.
And how does a long-term client for you work? So if somebody starts ideally, in 7th, 8th grade, they're going to be a client of yours for, quite a long time. We're talking,
Correct.
Years.
Correct.
How does that process work? Do you meet, is it once a month? Is it once every 3 months? Is it twice a year?
Yep.
What is your touch points with these clients to make sure that they're doing the things that they have to do in order to give them the best chance to get into that college that they want to go to?
So in 7th and 8th, it's more like, once a quarter, right? Because we want to just touch base and make sure you're doing what you need to do. And, we set up a plan up front, and then we're monitoring, are you on track with that plan? But once you get to 9th and 10th, it's more frequent. It's probably every other month in 9th. And by sophomore year, assuming you're in an advanced math track and ready to take your SAT prep, now you probably are still every other month, but then junior year, starting at the end of sophomore year, getting into that summer, you're looking at more like once a month. Junior year, more like every other week.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
it ramps up. But the way I operate is really we're doing whatever it takes to get you where you're going. So it does vary by student, right? So if they have questions in between, they call me, they text me, but we are definitely touching base that often.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty interesting.
Did you just take a deep sigh?
I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize
okay.
it was going to be that involved. But I mean, I guess if you want the best result, you got to put in the best effort, right?
There you go.
We'll be right back. We're going to have a little commercial break. We'll talk a little bit more with Matt as well and his business coaching. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
COVID-19 transformed the way we do business. Now more than ever, fast lead generation and customer retention will determine if a business survives or not. The NowMedia Video Business Card is designed to be sent using your smartphone. It's the next generation business card that will open the door for you while keeping social distancing. The NowMedia Video Business Card is affordable for anyone from startups to multinational companies and is already being used by hundreds of businesses. Stay open, stay in business. Call us today.
As a critical aspect of your operations, you need the right technology partner to provide you and your business the peace of mind of having reliable and efficient IT systems. In addition, with cyber threats, ransomware at an all-time high, adequate, continuous, and proactive data protection for your business is an absolute must. Hi, this is Roland Parker with Impress Computer Solutions. We are experts in tailored IT solutions and professional 24/7 IT support services. We proactively monitor, maintain, manage, and protect your IT and data assets. Additionally, we have the know-how and horsepower to do the correct procuring of any and all computer systems or software your company may need. Having the correct IT infrastructure and not being able to operate safely and correctly is very expensive and can eventually destroy growth. So take a decisive step and call me today for a complimentary consultation at 281-647-9977 for your unique IT needs.
What is so special about sleeping? It boosts your mental health. It's critical for your immune system, weight management, and fertility, amongst other important aspects of your health. Most people do not know the average person spends a third of their life on a mattress. A hard reality is some people spend roughly 7 years of their lives tossing and turning because their mattress needs replacing, or it's just a low quality mattress, which in turn leads to multiple spine issues and other health problems. Hi, I'm John McCarty with Mattress Firm. Having the exact mattress for you is critical for your overall well-being, and my goal is to help you find the exact mattress that'll increase your quality of life and your loved ones and have a restful night's sleep. Call me at 832-815-8482. I'd love to help.
Okay, welcome back. We're here for our last segment, and we're going to talk a little bit more with Matt. Matt, growth coach of Fort Bend.
Yes.
Correct. So the growth coach is a larger organization.
Franchise.
Right? It's a franchise.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what the growth coach is all about and what makes it unique within the coaching sort of industry.
So the growth coach was established in the early 2000s by a man named Dan Murphy. He's out of Cincinnati, Ohio. He was a CPA, and as a CPA, he would often have people walk in his door and complain about everything in their business other than taxes and other than the numbers. And one day he just decided, I hear too much of this without being able to do something about it, and decided to start the growth coach and help business owners tackle some of those problems they deal with every day, you know, get out of the trenches that they've dug in their own business, and help them take ownership over their lives and their business and their success and build the business that they want, not one that they feel trapped in. And I really resonated with that message because at the time I was working as a business banker with Bank of America. Most of my career has been working for large corporations.
Big Fortune 500 companies.
Yeah. I've seen plenty of it, and you know, I've also spent a good portion of my career working with small business owners. You know, as a business banker, I advised on business finances. You know, some of that really felt more like I was pushing loans on them as their only solution, and I wanted to do more. And when I heard that, I started looking at how can I go to work for myself? You know, how can I start my own business? I looked at franchises. The first franchise I looked at was a painting franchise, just because I was like, well, that sounds like a thing to do. but no, I'm
It's
not.
not an easy process, huh?
And I'm
Especially
not
when
a
you have
painter.
such a wide array. I mean, this is the franchise country.
It is the
If
franchise
you wanna be in
country.
a country with a lot of franchises, this is definitely the place to be.
But I started figuring, okay, what's in line with advising business owners? And I found business coaching as an industry. I didn't even know it existed, lo and behold. And out of everything I looked at, the growth coach is what I really landed on because it mirrored something that story, Dan Murphy's story, is something that mirrored something inside me. I wasn't satisfied with the solution that I had for the business owners that walked into my office every day. I felt like more could be done. I felt like it hurts my heart to see people create their own problems and not realize it. But it invigorates me to see people have the success that they have in their business and to see what they've built out of scratch and come up with all the different unique business ideas that are out there in the world. Oh my God, you can never, ever, the industries exist, but every business is its own unique thing.
Yeah, well, not only every business, every owner. I mean,
every owner.
We are, it's an Allstate agency. I'm not really a franchise. I'm an independent contractor.
Right.
But, there are thousands and thousands of Allstate agents out there, and the reality is that each one of us is our own business owner, and we all run our business as we feel it's best for us. So, I could run my business completely differently than maybe another Allstate agent that's literally 2 miles away from me. And we could have completely different ideas on how to do things. We could basically be opposites in the way that we go about getting business and how we deal with our clients and everything else. So it's not just every franchise and every business is different, it's just really every owner has their own way of doing things and idea. I mean, it's got to be mind-boggling for somebody to walk in there and so you try to figure out what is this owner doing and why are they doing it this way?
Oh, it's not just mind-boggling for them. Sometimes it's mind-boggling for me, and I have to figure it out with them. It's kind of the point of hiring a coach. Is you're not hiring someone who is an industry expert. I don't. If I'm working with a plumbing company, for example, I don't know much about plumbing, but I know a lot about how a good business runs. I know that you need a faithful team, and you need people working for you that believe in what you do. I know you need clients that believe in the service that you provide and are happy with what you do once you leave, once you walk out the door. And people are capricious, and it can't always be easy to make those things successful. And it takes hard work. It takes ongoing maintenance. It takes a significant amount of faith to be able to delegate the way you really need to grow a business or to scale a business. And it takes conquering a lot of fears.
Let me ask you the same thing I asked Judy. How does this work, in a realistic scenario? Mm-hmm. So you have a client, how do you onboard them? And once they're committed to doing this process with you, what does it entail?
Okay.
So because the growth coaches or business coaches in general, I feel like that's something that still a lot of business owners, they're not very familiar with them. There's a lot of different types of business coaches out there. There's some that focus purely on the business side. There's others that do life coaches, right? So now you have also the life coach on the other end of the spectrum. And then you have some people that sort of do a mix of both where they're trying to find a balance between, work-life balance. What makes you different, and what does the real work entail? So how involved are you? Do you do weekly meetings? Is it monthly meetings? Is it, do you drill down on the numbers? Are you talking about sort of what they're going personally, or is it everything?
Alberto, maybe I can show better than I can tell. Can I put you on the spot?
Okay.
Too late.
Let's say if you were to wave a magic wand in your life, or specifically about your business, and change one thing, what would it be?
The one thing I'd probably change is I would like more consistency from my staff.
Okay.
Okay. And that's something that we've been trying to focus on here over the last year.
So a business owner that tells me that they'd like to see more consistency with their staff, usually needs to find more consistency within themselves. And that's because leadership always works from the top down.
Right.
Whenever a business owner, a business leader, a manager, whatever it may be, is looking for a specific result, something that is often missed the most is it's a human being that you're working with that has their own desires, their own motivators.
That's my problem right there.
Same thing at home, home and work, same problem.
So it sounds like the two people in your room, in this room today, can really help you out. That's the beauty of BNI.
I'm just kidding. It's just, I'm being, I'm being sarcastic. Yeah.
But
My team's the best.
I would say if you're looking to make a change, it's never going to happen overnight. And the way the growth coach works and the way I work within the growth coach system is it's not an overnight process. I would say it's very akin to exercise. I'm helping you flex new muscles in your business and in your mind and the way your business works when we're working together. And typically we're meeting every 90 days to talk about one or two major concerns in your business, dissecting those, and we're doing it within a format that we keep going for the next, and it could be anywhere between 6 months to several years, depending on what a business wants. But my end goal is for you to fire me. I don't want.
So there's a finite, you look at yourself as a finite within the life cycle of your clients, basically.
I believe in the lifelong philosophy of teaching the man how to fish versus fishing for them. That's